Hi again, Rampage fans. Dan Weiss for SARampage.com, joined by the coach Chuck Weber here as we get set for opening night, now just 5 short days away, coming up on Saturday against the Chicago Wolves. Coach, let's just reflect back on this past weekend. 2 wins in preseason against the Texas Stars. What were you most impressed about looking back at those 2 wins?
Well, I think the biggest thing was the way we competed on pucks. We really wanted the guys to play their identity. There's systems you're just still kind of learning and everything else, but we wanted to see guys compete and do the little things. And I thought we showed a lot of character and showed a lot of hockey smarts, which I was really happy to see.
I've talked with a couple of guys about this already, but the third period on Saturday against the Stars, you outshoot a team 25-0. You come back, get the equalizing goal, then go ahead and get the game-winning goal. I know it's only preseason, but those are 2 pretty good characteristics, talking about resiliency and, battling and not giving up, that I think, can say a lot about a team, even if it's only late September, early October, can't they?
Well, definitely. I mean, that's the mindset we want to take on here, that every time we pull on the jersey, we expect to win. And, I was really proud of the way the guys reacted. Down 2-1, we gave up the 2 power play goals against in the second period, but the guys, kind of, pulled up their boots and went to work. And, I thought shift in and shift out, we really applied a lot of pressure, and we did a really good job of really just tearing up the ice in their end. And, getting that late goal, it was one of those things, you saw the enthusiasm. And, guys were happy for each other. And, every time guys were wearing the jerseys, that's exciting.
Found a real good line in Garrett Wilson, Bill Thomas, and Mark Cullen there on Saturday. They were really all over the place.
They were. They worked really hard. I thought it was Willie's best, day of camp, really, since rookie camp. I thought he did a lot. I thought Cullen and Thomas, as 2 veteran guys, kind of led the way on Saturday. I thought in both games the veteran guys really stepped up and led the way, and the younger guys followed. And, I think that bodes a lot about the success we can have as an organization and the depth that we have with our amount of players that we have.
12 cuts following the game on Saturday. Was there any real surprise for you in any of those decisions? I mean, did some guys make a stronger case than others?
Well, yeah, there's some guys that really, had good camps that still got reassigned. Some guys played well, like a Joe Devin or even a Garrett Wilson, Justin Vive, some of those guys, especially the contracted guys, they played well. And, most years they probably would have started here. But I think that says a lot about the work that Mike has done and the scouts and Dale, and to put some depth here in San Antonio. And we're still potentially going to get another guy or 2 from Florida, which might lead to losing or moving one or reassigning 1 or 2 more guys down, which is good because we got some guys that should be in the American League playing in the ECHL and the Central League. And that's what you want to have as an organization.
Right now you've got 3 goalies on the roster with Foster, Plant, and Legacy. How do you see that situation kind of working itself out here over the next, I don't know, maybe it's short term or long term?
Well, yeah, I mean, really, Foster played well, with a shutout on Friday. I thought Planner was solid on Saturday. Unfortunately, Planner's nursing an injury. That's why he didn't play the third period. And I thought Andrew stepped in and did a great job as a guy, who's been working in the Air Force and hasn't been playing a lot of hockey, to step in that third period in overtime. And, it was solid from that standpoint. I think these 3 guys, we got to get Plant healthy. And then once Plant gets healthy, the 3 of them are going to battle it out for who's going to start Saturday, who's going to back up, and who's going to watch. So that we got a little competition, which is good.
What things are you looking, to really establish, emphasize this week leading up to opening night?
Well, the biggest thing is still our pace. We want to make it the mindset here that practice is so hard that games are easy. If we can do that, I think as a team and as an organization, I think it's going to lead to a lot of success. Today was a lot of battling, a lot of D-zone coverage, a lot of tracking. I think that's what we want to establish as our identity, a team that's tough to play against, a team that defends and will be opportunistic offensively. And we have enough skill offensively. I think we should be okay from that standpoint, but, everyone can defend, and that's what we're going to stress.
Jonathan Huberdeau got sent down today from Florida. You mentioned that there could potentially be 1 or 2 more guys. The way it's looking at right now, they've got 25 guys, need to get down to 23. Does it look like maybe a forward and a defenseman could be potentially coming down here sometime this week?
Well, yeah, that is that potential. I know with Jonathan, they were trying to work out a contract. He couldn't have started the year up without a contract. That must not have worked out to start the year this year, kind of like happened with Goodbranson last year. They still got to make a decision with 1 defenseman. They're not going to carry 8. They're only going to carry 7. So whether we see one or they send Goodbranson back to juniors will really happen in the next 2 or 3 days. And then from a forwards, I know they're banged up a little bit. They have a couple guys injured. So really how quickly those guys get healthy will denote when we see anybody else.
Coach, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. We'll talk later in the week, and of course, look forward to Saturday.
Fantastic. Thank you.
That's head coach Chuck Weber. More to come this week here on SARampage.com.